Neytiri, one of the most prominent characters in the entire Avatar saga. A brave warrior, fearless mother, and a woman who inspired millions of viewers with her heart and courage. But who is she really? What is her story, her strength, her weaknesses? And why does she play such a key role in the history of Pandora? You will find out in today's video. Hello, welcome to my channel and welcome to my first video. My name is Nicole and today we will talk about Neytiri. I hope you will like this video, and if so, please don't forget to subscribe to support this channel or support me. Let's dive in. Small warning, this video contains spoilers. Neytiri, whose full name is Neytiri Tetskahamuatite, was born in 2136 in the Ometikaya clan. She is the second-born daughter of Oloektan Eitukan and Sahik Moat. The first daughter of these two was Silvonin. As a child, Neytiri was raised in the traditions of the Navi tribe. She learned how to hunt, how to climb, and many other things, including connecting with Awa. Awa is a powerful spiritual force that unites all life on Pandora. It is something like a goddess to the Navi people. When Neytiri was younger, she helped to establish a school on Pandora, which was established by Dr. Grace Augustine, xenobotanist and xenoanthropologist who worked for RDA. Grace taught them how to read, write, and speak in English. At first, everything seemed fine, but Grace seemed to be the only one who really cared about the Navi people. Others were trying to harm them and most importantly get these expensive materials from Pandora by destroying it. This led to gradual distrust and conflict between humans and Navi. Neytiri's sister, Silvonin, didn't agree to these RDA human actions, and so she and the other young Navi committed a rebellion by setting one of those RDA bulldozers on fire. After that, they ran back to school because they thought Grace could protect them. Unfortunately, she couldn't do almost nothing, but at least she helped some of the Navi get out of here. RDA then shot the other Navi children, including Silvonin. They ended her life right in front of Neytiri in the doorway. After this incident, the Ometikaya cut off all contact with humans and forbade them from approaching their home tree. This all happened before the first Avatar movie, so let's move on to this first part. When Neytiri was 18 in human terms, Jake Sully entered her life. Jake Sully is the brother of the late scientist Tom Sully, who was originally supposed to participate in the Avatar program, but he died and Jake took over the role instead of him. He was sent to Pandora to learn customs of the Navi people. Previous events, as I said, led to great distrust of people, so Neytiri's first meeting with Jake was very dramatic. Jake was very unexperienced. It was his first time in the Navi world, so he made a lot of noise and attracted the attention of Neytiri, who secretly watched him from above and aimed her arrow at him. But when she was about to shoot, a seed of a sacred tree landed on the tip of her arrow. That's the tree through which they actually connect with Awa. Neytiri took that as a sign that she shouldn't shoot and decided to save Jake from viper wolves that were attacking him. Because death is such a big thing to Navi, Neytiri then confronted Jake that he made all of this mess, and she also said that he acted like a child and none of this should have happened. A moment later, a huge amount of these sacred tree seeds fell on Jake, which forced Neytiri to take him into their Ometikaya clan. Anyway, this was the first time after destroying the school when humans came to their home tree. There, after a short discussion, Neytiri was told by her parents Moat and Eitukan to teach Jake their ways. She didn't like that at first, but then she and Jake developed a great bond. She taught Jake how to hunt, how to live in harmony with nature, and he also went through all the tests to become a full-fledged member of the Ometikaya clan. After becoming one of them, he also mated with Neytiri in front of Awa. But the purpose of RDA was certainly not to take Jake there to learn their ways and become one of them. They wanted to mine unobtainium, a rare ore, for their own profit. But Jake wanted it differently from the beginning. He didn't want to hurt the Navi people, and especially not after he learned their ways and he fell in love with this world completely. And also with Neytiri. His job was to get Navi out of their home tree, because there was a large deposit of unobtainium here, and of course humans would destroy the surrounding area by mining it. So day after the ritual of becoming one of them took place, he was trying to tell them what is happening. Of course, they were mad, and all the trust that Neytiri had built back up towards humans was suddenly gone. Ometikaya didn't want to leave their home, and when people attacked their forest, their birthplace, Neytiri experienced more and more losses. Honestly, I feel really sorry for her. It seems to me that she has no peace in any of these films. She has simply been living in pain and suffering from the beginning. And what is more terrible, that during this attack, she lost her father and her home. However, Jake learned the Navi ways here, and so he comes up with a plan to get the trust of the Navi people back. He tamed the hard-to-get Ikran called Toruk and became Toruk Makto. This status meant a lot to Navi, so he get them and Neytiri back. He also told them about his plan to win this war over the humans. Jake then made a connection with Awa, who basically suspected from the beginning that he was their savior, because if that hadn't happened, that he was there and to learn their ways and everything else, and even Neytiri could have wiped him out in the beginning, I think that we wouldn't have any other Avatar films. So Jake made this connection with Awa and asked her for help, and even Neytiri actually saw during the war that all the animals suddenly came to their aid. Neytiri is then also the one who ends the life of the main villain and the warlord of humans, Colonel Miles Quaritch. Then she manages to save Jake because, Colonel is a smart guy and he was trying to end Jake's life by the smart way. He broke the windows of their base so Jake couldn't breathe in there. As you may know, Pandora's air is toxic to humans. Fortunately, Neytiri found Jake's human body and saved him. At the end, Jake's consciousness was successfully transferred into his avatar, allowing him and Neytiri to live together. Now let's move to the second movie, Avatar: The Way of the Water. Of course, several years passed between the first and the second movie, and Neytiri is unfortunately happy only in the beginning of this Avatar: Way of the Water. It is because she managed to become a mother. Together with Jake, they had 3 biological children, sons Neteyam and Loak, and daughter Tuktire. So Neytiri, at least at the beginning, experiences a nice family moment. Her and Jake also adopted Kiri, who was mystically born from the body of Dr. Grace Augustine. As you may know, Grace died in the first movie. No one actually knows how it happened, because out of nowhere Grace's avatar became pregnant and then Kiri was born. You may ask about Grace's avatar. Well, the scientist kept it in a vegetative state. So Neytiri and Jake adopted Kiri as their own daughter. The last child there was Spider, also Miles Socorro. He is the son of the main villain, Colonel Miles Quaritch. You may ask, what is a human doing on Pandora? Well, he was too young to be sent back to Earth. Because he is the son of Colonel Miles Quaritch, Neytiri hates him. And in this moment, she doesn't even know that Colonel Miles Quaritch is back. He is not alive in his human body, but in Avatar, recombinant. People created his clone, who was sent back to Pandora along with other people in avatar bodies. Again and again, the Sully family is the target, and because of that, Neytiri is forced to lose her home again. Jake, in order to protect his family, comes up with a plan to actually hide and run away from these recombs, and he thinks that this will bring peace. So he takes the whole family, despite Neytiri's great resistance, and they travel to the Metkaina clan, which is very far away, and they are sea people, so everything the Sullys ever learned so far is completely useless for them there. Poor Neytiri, I'm so sorry for her because she lost her home twice. She lost her sister, her father, her Ikran, and it is just terrible. Unfortunately, this Metkaina shelter is not effective for long because Quaritch and the RDA will find them. Even though the leader of the Metkaina clan, Tonovari, ordered all other clans to keep quiet about Sully's presence, Quaritch will find them again. And to make things worse, Jake and Neytiri are blamed because they bring war here to Metkahina. And to make matters even worse, during this war, their eldest son Neteam died. Even though Neytiri has gone through huge losses before, this is the biggest blow for her. The movie then shows us what is it for a mother to lose her child. Neytiri becomes a total monster for a while, and she experiences complete madness and hell. It is also terrible to see how all these experiences shaped Neytiri from such a gentle princess to an extremely wise warrior mother. I feel like she's aging very fast during these films because of these hard things she has to come through. So this was her story so far, so let's take a look at Neytiri's character. She could be characterized by many factors, for example, love and devotion. Her relationship with Jake is complicated, but she is still loyal, and despite all the trouble she has been through, she still believes in him and is willing to fight for her family. She is also a protector of nature and traditions. Even though she can use human weapons and all possible technologies, she still remains faithful to what she has learned. She still uses a bow, she still believes in Awa, she still connects with nature. She can also 100% be characterized by strength. She is a really strong character and an excellent warrior. At the time, she is also very vulnerable and fragile. She would give everything of herself for her family and her people. Neytiri is also a symbol of resistance. She simply will not accept that someone else will take over and will still protect hers until her last breath. Neytiri is also very skilled. For example, in archery, flying on Ikran, close combat, or tactical thinking. Neytiri is also very resistant, both physically and mentally. She can really endure a lot. Her ability to listen to nature and perceive the slightest changes makes her something much more than just a warrior. And what does the future hold for Neytiri? Actually, the near future, because the third part of Avatar Saga, Fire and Ash, is knocking at our doors. Well, I am excited because I love Avatar sequels, but for Neytiri, it will be hard again. She will find out that even Navi could be very evil because new Ash Clan Mangwan is entering the game and even cooperate with humans. This must be a really hard blow for her again. Mangwan and RDA will also take away her husband Jake, and she'll experience fear of loss again. Not only for Jake, but also for her kids. Another thing is that she will be badly injured by Mangwan and find herself in a human hospital. So this doesn't look that good. I saw maybe 1 or 2 shots where she is smiling from all of these trailers and in photos and leaked informations. There was just 2 shots where she was smiling. And I really hope that she will find peace in some of these films. Anyway, this will be all for Neytiri. I think this video is long enough, so this will be all. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what Neytiri means to you, and don't forget to subscribe if you liked my video. Thank you and see you next time. Bye!